Hey everybody, welcome to Spaceman Learns, Episode 3. And today I have a Protoss versus Zerg match, which is the last of the major matchups that are not mirrors that I haven't covered. I have done a Terran versus Protoss, and I have done a Terran versus Zerg, so this had to be done, right? I'll get around to the mirror matches eventually as well, but there's just too much to cover and too much to learn, so... baby steps. Anyway, so this map I don't think I'm familiar with, so I'm going to reveal it. I'm definitely not familiar. I'm also going to pause for a second. We have, two observers, I guess. We have our orange player, Eon Zerg. I'll call him Eon Zerg, I guess, against our light green player, Boneth. So I guess I'm going to go with Bone and Eon Zerg on this map. So let's see, we have looks like a very large elevated main base, or at least blocked off main base, with an interesting spot for a natural expansion. I like it, so we'll probably see some wall-offs here from the Protoss player on his side. And then we have another expansion here. I guess this is the natural third. Wow, there's a lot going on with this map. I like this. Look at that. Okay, so some walls there, some paths up to the mid-ground. I imagine there's a lot of fighting in here. Nice, a blue critter. Always cool to see. And it looks like this is a three-person map, so we have spawns in the southwest and the far east side. Alright, so let's see, our Protoss player. Yeah, I was right. Looks like he's going to be setting up some sort of wall in this area so that he can set up a nexus relatively early. And over here we have a Zerg player, no gas yet, no spawning pool, so it looks pretty standard. He's scouting up to the northwest side first, so he's scouting in the wrong direction, but because there's only 3 spawns, I guess he'll find out pretty quickly that the Protoss is down in the southwest. There's our spawning pool time, and still no gas, so we're not going to see a rush to speedlings. Look at that, I'm learning. I also know that speedlings cost 100 gas, so you need... Or I have seen timings with the refinery going down, or not the refinery, the extractor, so that you can get just enough gas that as soon as your spawning pool finishes, you research speed and take your drones off gas, but it doesn't look like that's happening here. Also, I'll say I have watched a couple Protoss versus Zergs now in a row, and I'm having some issues recording. My computer is very old, and I'm having some frame rate issues, and as someone commented, I'm not able to upload in high def or anything like that, and it's frustrating, I know. I am going to be getting a gaming computer, but I'm not super familiar with what has to be done, and I want to... When I do get a gaming computer, I want to spend money on it, right? I don't want to have to get something a little cheaper to save $200. When I actually do it, I want to really invest and get something that's going to last me for several years. So it's in the works, it's coming, but bear with me for now. I apologize for the low quality videos. So let's see, spawning pool's up. We have 6 Zerglings on the way. The expansion is going down, and 2 Overlords out, but still, I don't think the Zerg player has scouted. How do I turn off these guys? Oh, this is what I do. That's what I do. Yeah, the Zerg player has not yet seen the Protoss base, I don't think. So the gateway's down. We have a second Zealot almost out. Still no gas. Our probes are rallied. There's the Nexus. So the second base for the Protoss is coming down. Not far behind the Zerg second. So as I understand, that means we're going to have to, or probably be seeing another hatchery soon. Boom! I am on top of it. And the Zerglings are coming into... I'm sure it's a scout. There's no harassment that can be done here. I think this is a solid wall. It looks pretty bulletproof to me. Nice play. So he walls off with the probe to allow his Zealot to come in and deal some damage with the Zerglings, and not let them just hammer away at the gateway for free. In the main, we finally see gas going down for the Protoss player. We're going to see a couple more Zergling dances, but there's 3 Zealots here, 4th on the way. I don't think he's going to be able to get through anytime soon. See, this base is good. I imagine we're just going to see saturation. No, an Overlord and more Zerglings. So this is a lot of Zerglings. I don't know if this is typical. Maybe a Zerg player needs to do this just to ensure the third goes up. They need to have the right number of Zerglings out to prevent this. I guess if the 4 Zealots were to go across map and start pressuring, then those Zerglings would be necessary. So I get it. I'm sure he's going to be switching over to drone production now that that Overlord has spawned. Let's see. Yeah, okay, he's building some drones now. So he's starting to drone up. The Protoss second base is now established as well, so he's going to start mining there right away. We have the Cybernetics core almost done, and I'm going to be interested to see what follows. I don't think you want to go quick Dragoons against Zerg. That doesn't seem like a good idea, because I think Speedlings would just walk all over that, even though he doesn't have Speedlings yet. Let's see. No upgrades yet. We have the Cyber core down. 200 gas, and it's going into a Stargate, so I imagine we're going to see Corsairs coming out really quickly to try and pick off a couple Overlords. Good scouting by the Zerg. He's going to know the Stargate is on the way, so hopefully he'll be able to get some of these Overlords into secure positions, or maybe have a Spore colony up on time for when they do engage. Look at that. The gas timing is just starting for the Zerg. Another hatchery going down to... This kind of acts as a wall-off. I imagine that's why he's doing it. It's not like a Protoss wall-off, but Zerg can still do it to use this choke point, you know, as effectively as possible. I get it. Looks like small engagement here. I think the Zerglings are going to come out on top, but they probably won't get any kills. The Zealots will catch up. Yeah, that didn't go so well for them. Probe scouts running around. We're seeing some more drones, so the third base is starting to come online for the Zerg player. Same with the second. It's looking pretty good. We have an evolution chamber on the way, so I guess we'll have some upgrades. And look at that, more drones. The Zerg is droning very hard right now. I'm sure first Corsair is about to come out, and the Citadel of Adun. So we're starting into later gateway tech. Corsairs are awesome. I understand that they're same kind of concept as Phoenix, or I guess Phoenix were modeled after Corsairs going into Starcraft 2, right? That anti-air unit that you get really quickly as a Protoss to try and pick off some Overlords around the map. So the first one's out. Let's see where it goes. I'll keep it highlighted. We still have some Zerglings outside the main base, and we have... this looks pretty solid to me. I don't know quite what the Zerg's going to be going for yet. Another hatchery. He's researching Carapace, so armor for ground units. Has he gotten speed yet? No. Does he have to get a lair? I'm confused. I don't know what his play is right now. His gas is going somewhere. I'll have to go check. Let's see. Our Protoss player has the robotics facility out. I lost track of the Corsair. He's gone. Oh, there it is. There's the Corsair. 0 kills, so he hasn't found anything yet, but has successfully scouted out the Zerg base. This would be a great spot for him, but there is the Spore colony underneath. Second gas coming down for the Zerg. Spore colony, another hatchery, and another hatchery, so lots of production. Still just a comfortable wall off with a cannon. I feel like everyone does Artosis pylons in Brood War right now. What is this? Build a second pylon. I know it's not vulnerable and there's no real way for the Zerg to get there, but Looks like the robotics facility is about to finish. I'm sure we'll see an observatory come down right after. Templar archives are down. There, first kill for the Corsair. It looks like he's going to get it right here. Alright, Zerg player. More Zerglings on the way. Still armor. Hasn't started gathering from this extractor yet. There we go. The lair tech has begun. We have this hatchery is just about done there. And Hydralisks. Okay. So as far as I can tell, Hydralisks seem like the main... Like you go from Zerglings into Hydralisks against Protoss. It seems like that's the go-to thing. And I guess the Protoss best solution to that is probably Psionic Storms, right? Oh, our Zerg player is supply blocked, so the Corsair has done some work with that one kill. I'm sure it's not going to get in the way for too long, but still. Yeah, okay, yep, unsupply blocked. Still Zerglings holding out the front door. We see Dark Templar. So is he going to try and kill some Zerglings, or is he going to run right across the map? Great scouting, look at that. The Zerg player already recognizes without losing a single Zergling. Wow, that's impressive. 2 more Dark Templar coming out. Ground upgrades on the way. We don't have any yet, right? Oh, we already have 1 ground attack, so that's massive. The second attack is on the way. Another forge to expedite those upgrades. 4 gateways. The Zealots are moving out, but I don't think you're going to be able to deal too much damage to those Zerglings. They're too fast. Dark Templar are also out. They'll probably move out soon. There they go. Corsair sitting in the middle of the map, still with just 1 kill, but keeping all the overlords off the map and not allowing that air scouting. And looks like our Protoss is starting to situate a third. He's going to build his Nexus here. He's got a good amount of Zealots to protect it, and I'm sure as soon as this pylon goes down, we're going to see 3 or 4 cannons. I don't know if it's just the games I've been watching, but I feel like it seems that the meta is favoring Protoss towers over other towers. I said that wrong. I think this is a lot of Zerglings, so this is not going to happen. Those Zerglings easily push away 5 Zealots. Wow, that's a lot of Zerglings. Wow. Okay, but I feel like, as I was saying, that photon cannons, like Protoss seem to get a good 5 or 6 at some of their expansions, like consistently. Whereas you see maybe 1 bunker, which obviously makes sense because you have to load units in, or a couple turrets, missile turrets, I guess, get spread around. I see some sunken colonies, I see spore colonies where necessary, but I don't know, I feel like it's more in the Protoss, or Protoss invest more in static defenses than the other races, in what I've seen so far. Ooh, a sneaky burrow. I wonder if the Protoss player is going to see that as he goes out. Do we have Storm yet? Just about. We have armor upgrades coming out. We are just about done. Not even close to second attack. A lot of Zealots too. Wow. This is interesting. That's a lot of Zealots against a lot of Zerglings. That's going to be fun to watch. We have a bunch of Hydralisks out as well. I imagine you need... is that Dragoon range? I think that's Dragoon range. So we'll start seeing some Dragoons soon. I think we must have... or he must have speed or legs on the Zealots by now, right? I think that's a necessity. I don't think you can engage Hydralisks with Zealots without speed legs. I don't think it'll work. Let's see, we have more Hydralisks coming out. We have the tech to the lair over here, and... Wow, I missed that completely. I'm sorry, those Dark Templar must have snuck in with the shuttle. Wow, I missed that. So he takes out a lair, probably took out a bunch of drones. Wow. And now there's a fight over here, and the Zealots are doing great against all these Hydralisks. I'm missing everything. This game is too fast for me, guys. Looks like the Zerglings are still shutting down the third base, but does the Zerg have an answer to this many Zealots with 1 attack upgrade? I don't think so. He's turning drones to fight. He's got Hydralisks in great positions, but look at these numbers. And his Zerglings are just over here. Why aren't they engaging? Oh, because it's all this time. Okay, so the Zerg thwarts this pretty efficiently. I didn't see all those ones coming, so... A good number of Zealots go down, but we still have Dark Templars raining down. 4 kills and 1 kill on those 2. And the hatchery is just about down. The lair is back. I can't believe I missed that. Oh, I apologize for that. I apologize. Looks like I was right, though. We do have Dragoons out with an Observer. High Templar and Storms are ready to go, so I'm sure we'll be seeing some Storm action soon against this army. Looks like the Zerg really does not want to allow the Protoss to establish a third, so this is going to be a big fight. Big storms! Really big storms! Oh, wow. Nicely played by the Protoss player. He pushes back that assault with no problem at all. But I guess the Zerg can probably still replenish. He looks pretty hurt by that, though. No, those are Hydras, okay. Building a bunch of Hydralisks here. Does he have Lurker form at all yet? Probably not. Archons are entering the battle. 9 kills. I think they carry over, though. I don't think it's 9 kills for the Archon. I think it's like 5 kills and 4 kills between the 2 units that merged into it. There's our Nexus. There's a couple cannons. I'm thinking the Protoss is going to win now. They're taking out this main base and making them upgrade a whole new layer and rebuild that extractor and everything. I'm sure that's too much for the Zerg. So unless he can win on this push, I imagine the Protoss is going to win. This looks nice. Storm! Yeah, look at that. The Hydras are just going down. Another huge storm. No detection to deal with these Dark Templar. The Zealots are just absorbing enough damage for the Archons to really wreak havoc. He does overwhelm that one force, but I think the Protoss is still going to win. Because he's got this third base now basically established. Let's see, how's the Zerg production? What's our army size? 56 versus 106. Yeah, this has got to be a Protoss win at this point. Almost all the probes from the main are going over. The support bay, I don't know what that is. Is that movement speed? That might be movement speed for shuttles or observers. No, it's not for observers. I'm going to say movement speed for shuttles. Alright, this is another big engagement. Lots of Zerglings, lots of Hydralisks. I don't see any storms, but the Protoss army is just too big. 2 attack, 1 armor compared to 1-1. The Archon is just wreaking havoc. You know what I haven't seen much of? Shield batteries. Do you ever see shield batteries in competitive play, or is it just too clumsy? I guess that in this game there was not a whole lot of offensive pressure by the Zerg in the base, so there wasn't really a spot for a Protoss to use it anyway. Look at that, forming up a ball, just like in Starcraft 2, the Protoss death ball. Now he's pulling back, I guess not wanting to overcommit, seeing that he's in a bit of a vulnerable spot where he could be sandwiched from the north and the east. And look at that, good instincts on the Protoss' part. By pulling back there, he's now allowed himself to engage this much more efficiently. Yeah, there's no way the Zerg can deal with this. Still got an observer moving around. Oh, there's Reaver drops going on back here. Hydralisk's trying to get the shuttle, but look how fast it is. That must have been shuttle speed. And Eon Zerg calls good game. The Protoss takes it down. Okay, so that was a good game. I apologize. I assume the final blow was dealt right here by the Dark Templar taking out the main that I did not see. But that's, I'm sure, what happened. There was a shuttle and there were Dark Templar and the Zerg lost his lair, so that must have been what happened. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If I was wrong about anything or if my speculations were off, let me know. I love to hear about it. It helps. There's so much to pick up on in this game. It's hard. But again, thank you for watching. Questions, comments, criticisms are welcome. If you like the video or subscribe to my channel, I'd very much appreciate it. And either way, have a great rest of your day.